Hey, so we jumped my son's car over the weekend, and for some reason I think we blew a fuse. So if you're noticing something electronic going wrong in your car or not working at all, it might be a fuse, and that's a really simple fix. It'll save you a little bit of money rather than taking it into a shop. So I'm going to start the car here to show you what I'm seeing. This fuse I think is the radio fuse. So if you get a close up here, I try to turn the radio on and it's not working. So that's a really big sign that it's probably a fuse that's blown, and it's not that big of a deal. So really fortunate. You could probably Google this, but this is a 2010 Chevy Malibu. I went to the back index here of the user's menu, and I am just going to look up F for fuses right here. You'll see it says 6-104, and this is a page that talks about where all the fuses are located. Most of the time in vehicles, you'll have fuses that are located in several different spots. A common one is in the glove box or at the footwell of the passenger side. Oftentimes it'll be the footwell of the driver's side. Sometimes it's under the hood where your battery is. Now if I flip the page here, you'll see this diagram. I'm going to look on here for the radio fuse. And if I look on the right here, I'm going to shine a little extra light in here. There it is right there, radio. So on this side you got cluster, theft, HVAC control, ignition sensor, radio. So this box on this page explains that it is at the footwell, that diagram, the footwell of the passenger side. So I'm going to pop off that panel and show you how to change out the fuse. So whenever you're messing with fuses, you always want to turn the car off. So I'm turning the car off here. I'm going to keep this light down here. So you can see this is my son's car because you got the candy wrappers here. But if you can ignore that, there's a little label here that's in the shape of a fuse, and there's a little finger grab. If you pull that gently, you can pop off this panel. The nice thing is most cars have this little thing. If you look in the fuse box, these are all fuses here. Sometimes they have some spare fuses. But oftentimes they'll have this little tool, which is just kind of like some cheap plastic pliers, and it's a fuse grabbing tool. If it doesn't have that, you can gently use like a set of needle nose pliers or something. I'm going to go back to our diagram here, and you can get a close-up, Derek. So there's the diagram. That's what we're looking at right there. And in this diagram here, here's your fuses, and there's the radio fuse. So you got this big block fuse that's the HVAC blower. So I'm going to locate that, which is this, and underneath that the radio. So the radio is towards this end, and it's a 10 amp fuse. So I'm going to grab my little fuse puller, and there should be 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and here's the 10 amp fuse. So I'm going to squeeze the top of that and pull it out. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm assuming this is blown. So inside there, you got a little loop. And maybe you can see that a little bit better. Shine the light here. That little loop in the center is disconnected. That means the fuse is blown. So I actually bought some fuses here. I have them in my pocket. This is a 10 amp. Some fuses are mini fuses. I would just take this into the store and kind of match it up. Make sure you zoom out here, Derek. These are 10 amp fuses. Yep. And they're mini fuses. So I'm going to open this up. I only need one. I'm going to hold this up, the light here, so you can see the blown fuse is on the left and the clean fuse is on the right. You see how that loop is connected, Derek?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to take the bad fuse, set it aside. I'm going to take the good fuse. You don't even need the little tool. I'm going to stick this right back in the spot, and that radio should be working now. We're going to test it out. All right, I already see the lights on in the radio. There we go, that fuse is working. So I'm gonna turn this off again. I've got a box of fuses here. If you're like me, you will lose these. So I'm gonna show you a little trick. We've got some empty spaces. So So this box I think cost me at Walmart, I think I paid maybe $5 for it. So I got 4 extra fuses. There's several 10 amp fuses in this box. Not all of them are blown, obviously, so I just need to replace one. Every fuse compartment usually has just a blank space here that you can just put extra fuses. So you don't have to put these in your kitchen drawer and lose them. You can just put them in here, so maybe next time you blow a fuse, you can just come back in here and you've got some extras sitting there waiting for you. So I'm gonna just fill those 4 voids with the fuses I can use next time. I'm gonna put my tool back, and this should pop back in. Just like that. And of course, so I don't have to go to the internet next time to find my user manual, I'm gonna stick that back in the glove box. So that's it. That's how you replace a car fuse. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments.